Hi, I'm Dawn Fickert, and I'm here to do an interview about the Vietnam War and how it affected my life personally and what I thought about homecoming and how I feel about the 50th anniversary.
Hi, I'm Jean White. I am Dawn's cousin, and we're kind of not just cousins, but we could have been sister in laws at the same time because her fiance was killed in Vietnam, but I married the brother to Dawn's fiance.
And what's Eddie's full name?
Eddie Joe White. And actually, the last time I spoke to him and hung up, I knew I'd never see him again. I felt that with all my heart that I would never see him again. He wouldn't make it home. And I guess so I felt like it was his way of saying goodbye without actually saying it. I was a senior and I had like a month of high school to go, and I went to school as normal. And then I was called to the principal's office, and there was my mom and dad. And, they told me then because my mom got the phone call right before I left. I remember she got a phone call, but she
It
didn't
was
say
from
anything
from my mother-in-law.
from his mom
Yeah,
and from Eddie's mom, Mrs. White.
yeah.
And my mom never showed any emotion that what the phone call was about. And I went to school, and mom called dad, and they came and got me, and it was very disturbing. I, there are some things that the secretary at school was, I'll never forget it, going through that experience, and she was telling me I need to calm down and not be upset. But there's some things I won't forget. And then I don't remember graduation, other than it was outside. I remember going to the funeral home and was very anxious to what he would look like. I don't remember much after that. Jeannie told me she was not at the funeral. And I
Oh,
said, "Why?" She said, "You told me not to come."
she didn't want me to remember that. She wanted me to remember him. So,
That's very, and so you bury it. Wasn't talked about.
yeah.
Even my dear friends Jen and Jim Boyer from Maps here, I never mentioned anything. We never talked about it, never said anything until they got involved here, and Jim graciously dedicated the helicopter that he's dedicated on it to Eddie on the other side of the helicopter outside. And Jan told me, "I want you to know," I said, "I was taken back." And that's only been a couple years ago here. And it was it's hard, but you got to deal with it sometime. I think it's a shame that too many families have gone through what we have. We're just one of many, many, and I understand that. But I just know I don't remember much of my life for the next couple years. So I hope that this anniversary that it's more is exposed, more is talked about. And I think at some point I'm going to have to ask my kids.
I
My
told her
Oh yeah,
I told her, I said, your kids need to know that was part of your life.
the other wars have been talked about. How heroic and what they gave up and sacrificed, and they were all kids too, just like any other wars. They're kids when they go,
Yeah.
and what horrific things to see. I hope the veterans program here will bring a lot of healing and conversations. I really hope it starts, and I need to take heed with that myself. I don't. I do, but I don't. I don't, because I can't do it without being upset. And I don't want to be upset talking with my family about it, but I guess that's part of life.
I don't say that but that's okay.
So thank you for maps and you doing these, and for Jeannie being here because I probably wouldn't have done it myself.